Do you even know if we're live yet? What was that? Huh? You opening up a nice can of Sprite?
Kind of whoop ass on your fantasy team. That's what I'm opening up.
All right. Yeah, let's talk about fantasy. Do you think that this could possibly be the championship matchup? Me and you talking, like
possibly, but I am really scared right now. So for guys who don't know, me and Nico and 3 of our friends started this YouTube fantasy league. We started the podcast, I think, and right now, Nico's in the playoffs against his 9-year-old little brother.
You don't have to say 9.
No
you don't
remorse.
You don't have to say 9-year-old. I'm playing against my brother.
Over here, Nico's beating a 9-year-old. Good job. So he is gonna for sure make it into the playoffs. On the other hand, I'm playing a regular 24-year-old, not a 9-year-old, and it's a close game right now.
You want a freaking cookie, dude?
Yes. Okay. Right now the score is 211 to 231. He has Drew Brees and Will Lutz to play, and I have Michael Thomas. I'm ahead with a 20-point lead, a little cushion there, but I am still very scared because Drew Brees can pop off and not throw it to Michael Thomas for a touchdown, because Michael Thomas just likes to catch the balls a lot, not score. But the only thing that gets me not as scared is we're in a PPR league. So even though he doesn't score touchdowns, he still gets me a very good amount of points.
Yeah, I have Michael Thomas in non-PPR league. And the inverse tangent, Sakatoa, I am going to be in the Sacco Bowl in the other league, in our regular league. So that's tons of fun. Very excited. Dude, I am losing by so much, bro. I didn't even win this week. I have no hope at all. I'm just going to hope to beat Cole in the last week. I don't even know why I want that. Shouldn't I want the number 1 pick? I just still want to be the Zach. And that's because I literally thought that in the off season. I was just I spend way too much time on this. There's no way I'm going to be the Sacco. There's just no chance. That's what I got. But there is a very significant chance. I'm not even scoring even close to anybody anymore. I'm getting just straight 60s, bro. My defense scored -8 because I hedged my bet. I hedged my bet on that one. I picked the Rams defense because I was pleasant surprise, you could say, or I already lost all hope. So there's that. So
you're still
knows?
All in on the Cowboys now? The first time beating a over 500 team.
Look, I'm not going to just sit here, now that they're 500, backtrack on everything I've said this past 3 weeks. They've had 2 separate 3 loss streaks this season. And all I have to say after that game is, God damn, we're going to the damn Super Bowl. We're winning the whole fucking thing. We got this, bro. We got this.
I guess Jason Garnett showing them a YouTube highlight reel. It was working out for them.
Yeah, good job. Look how good you guys can play. Or it has something to do with the fact that the Rams played on Sunday night while the Cowboys played 4 days before that on Thursday. I had a couple extra days to worry about the Rams after they got murdered by the Bears. Who knows? Who's to say? Who's just saying that kind of stuff?
But that line looked great. I'm just glad Todd Gurley got 2 garbage touchdowns. Well, actually, one was during the first quarter, but he got another garbage touchdown at the way end. So that really helped in my fantasy team also. I was like, oh, thank God. But then he dropped an easy freaking 2-point conversion right in his hands. I was like, oh, come on.
So we got a couple.
Just 2 points.
We got a couple. Wait, but didn't he just score at the next play because Michael Bennett was offsides?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got a 2-point conversion. How many were you trying to get? Yeah, he definitely got one. Because he dropped one or whatever, and then, it looks like Michael Bennett was offsides once again. And so they just ran it at the half-yard line. And, hey, look at whoop-de-doo, they got it.
Thank God. So you don't. Before we go back deeper into the NFL, you want to talk about the Army-Navy game? Did you watch that?
I did not watch that because I don't care about those 2 mediocre football teams.
How does so is that just a tradition? Or how did that even start?
I don't know, man. What do I look like? I don't know. It's probably just hey, no one else is playing right now, and nobody else ever watches us, so maybe we should do it now.
Just have a game on our own,
Yeah. I don't know, man. You can look it up. I'm not gonna look it up.
Okay, let's look up
You look
the
that up.
beginning tradition of Army versus.
There was a
Nick.
there was a very funny thing that happened during that game because I just saw like a video about it, and so Trump went and he talked to. I don't know if that's tradition, like as the president usually go and give pep talks to each team, but I thought it was super funny. I was just like, I'm pretty sure some of the team or some of the players on the team were just like, didn't he just say that to the other team? Like, didn't he just say that they were the ones that were going to win, and then he just walked over to this locker room and?
No, I really think you guys are going to win.
I like you guys the best. I don't care about those seamen over there.
No disrespect, Nico.
Yeah, no disrespect to the midshipmen at all.
Nah, okay. Doesn't really say anything on why.
Yeah,
I just thought it was so weird. Like, it's just like a traditional thing, just because why not?
I guess. So there's like no one else is playing. We need to. That's what college football is. It's just promoters. Just like, yeah, this is the most important thing you'll ever see in your whole dang eyeballs.
You need to see this.
Yo, there's nothing cooler than this. Remember the climax of Lord of the Rings is like 10 times more cool than that.
Remember?
Yeah. That's how important this is, and you need to watch it.
Well, apparently that game wasn't any good. It was like a blowout, right? 7-31, I think the score was.
Ooh, that sounds cool, man. So it looks like Trump's speech worked for one team.
True.
There's a couple other news things that we can talk about. I just said Joe Burrow, the guy who got pantsed. He's the Heisman now. That was his Heisman moment. Him getting pantsed when he got sacked.
They changed the trophy for him now. It's not this guy giving a stiff arm. It's a guy getting pantsed.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Good job.
It's a little too hot for TV, if you ask me.
But they had to blur it out, obviously.
Yeah,
they couldn't show that.
I saw a picture of Joe Burrow and Johnny Manziel. It says this picture is undefeated in Tuscaloosa. I'm like, I mean, you don't want to be compared to him.
Yeah, that guy was.
It's like, don't let. No, he's going to play for the Desperados or something like that in the XFL, bro.
XFL. When is that supposed to even start?
I think they're going to probably play in the spring. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? Who bloody cares, mate? I don't bloody care.
The AAF. I actually was watching that for a good while.
And then they went immediately bankrupt.
Yeah, it was one of the few that watched. We thought a lot more people were still going to be hyped up for football. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what their business plan was to not even make it till the end of the season. So, do we get the cup, or is it like Blue Mountain State? They just made a field and then they came and played. Nobody knows but them.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Obviously not. It did not work.
I remember I watched every episode of Blue Mountain State, and I was just like, I think the pilot episode was the funniest.
I don't remember it that much, but I remember watching it all the time.
So I was just like, I guess I didn't really need to watch the rest of this shit. Honestly, though, I couldn't tell you what happens, though. Like, I don't remember what exactly happened. There was one football game actually played in that whole series.
I think it was like a season finale or something.
Yeah, right? The series finale.
Oh.
At the very end.
We had to show them football.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
We're a football team.
And then, so that was cool. Thad Castle, bloody legend, mate.
Legend. So, any other news? I saw that the Panthers are going to be starting their rookie quarterback, Will Guerrero? Yeah.
Oh.
What happened? Did he get hurt, or they just like, this guy's not good anymore?
Trash garbage, living trash can.
So that's why we're like, we're just gonna start this guy, all right?
No, I don't know. What do you want him to do, man? Like, Cam can't do it, Kyle can't do it. I don't think there's a ton of stability anymore now that Ron Rivera's gone. Like,
we don't know what to do. What do you want us to do? Like catching the Saints?
Yeah, I don't know what they want to do. I guess just try and make it. Well, it was like he was battling back though. They were literally playing a team that was just better than them. They were playing the Seahawks, so. And then I think they got close. They got within a touchdown. They're just like the Cowboys in the 3-game losing streak. We got close by the end and made our stats look real nice, and now we're the number 1 rated offense.
I heard was it Troy Aikman talking smack about that?
Yeah, or I think it was Joe Buck. They're like they're number one in everything, but not really though. They don't look number one.
Yeah, and they're talking about
It also doesn't
stats at the end, like going against the defense. Like those shouldn't count against them. Like, come on, this is just like garbage yards, garbage freaking points.
Yeah. And they're like the 10th ranked defense, and then after Sean Lee got that pick, we're not going into that anymore. Stop bringing it up. We're not going. We're not going into that just yet. I'm going to talk about it. The only other piece of news I had was that the Patriots are in trouble for cheating again.
Yeah, what's it? Oh, there's a full-on investigation. Oh, you bet we're going to investigate.
Oh, we definitely might find or suspend somebody somewhere. The person who recorded it is suspended.
What about Bill Belichick? Next question.
We're on to Cincinnati. But
actually, I think some of the Bengals should get suspended because they let themselves
get
recorded.
They were. I saw one of them do a dance in front of the camera.
So we're going to find that guy for sure.
Or, one of them made a motion like he was deflating a football.
So we can't have that in our league, all right?
No, get that out of here. That get him to the XFL. Yeah, I was just like, who cares? They're like a full investigation. I was like, shut up. Why wouldn't you cheat if you're the Patriots? You get away with it every time.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
What are they going to do? Like, oh, no, they said Tom Brady got an extended vacation. Oh, no. Like, he got 4 games. He didn't care. Nobody cares. Like, they are the best. Everyone wants to say, oh, I hate Tom, I hate Bill. Shut up. They're the best. 6 Super Bowl says they're the best. Ever.
That's why they're the best. I mean, that's why everyone hates them, because they're the best.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, they probably do shady stuff, all right? It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you cheat.
Yeah, I'm just glad Saints have never had anything.
Yeah, I was watching Skip and Shannon Undisputed this morning, and they're like, I think he should be suspended for the whole year. That's what Shannon was saying. They should give him the treatment like Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, yeah.
He got a whole year off, right?
Yeah, a whole year without Mr.
Yeah, well, he was still coaching in high school. I saw.
That's not allowed.
Yeah, it's suspended. I'm talking to the UIL right now. I'm calling them up.
They're gonna get an earful from him.
I would love to see Bill Belichick like just talk shit to some high schoolers. That'd be so funny. But yeah, I was just like, what are we gonna talk about? Nothing's gonna come of this investigation.
And if it is, it'd be like a slap on the wrist or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, they're playing the Bengals, guys. Come on, is it really cheating?
Obviously, we weren't gonna try and do this against the Bengals. And then, and I was like, of course, the dude who was doing it got suspended. Like, he was just doing what he was told. Same guy,
I don't know how true it was. He's like, oh, I didn't know I couldn't do this. They just told me to come do this. Like, they're just paying some guy, here, just go do this for us. If anyone asks questions, just don't worry about it.
Tell him it's for Kraft Productions. Like, they were saying, oh, it's just like for like a highlight thing. It's B-roll. Suspect. I was like, I don't care. Whatever. It's just that that guy got fired, and like, guess what? When Deflategate happened, the equipment guy got fired. Like, it was his fucking. Like, if Tom Brady goes here and said, "Hey, take some air out of this for me, would you?" You think he's gonna say no?
Yeah, he's like, I'm fucking Tom Brady, bitch.
I'll make sure you do get fired and you never work again.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to get
Luke, maybe you should talk about MMA like your mom was saying before we get into the NFL.
Non-scripted fighting? Lame. I don't even want to talk about that bull. All right, go ahead.
I watched a few of it. I watched Amanda Nunes versus the Cyborg. And Nunes was freaking taking that fight the whole time, but one time Cyborg was on her back. And Nunes was going and trying to do the ground and pound, and then that girl kicked her right in the jaw, and this girl like knocked out, but she knocked out perfectly. Like, it looked like she was attacking her still, and she was able to catch herself again, but she still won the fight. Like, she retained her title. Nunes retained it, and but once you see her get kicked right in the jaw, the little sweet spot, freaking hit her button real good, and then the girl like knocked out for like a good 3 seconds.
Just taking a little nappy poo.
Yeah, just a little. I'm just going to rest right here. Don't worry about it. I sadly missed... Oh, it wasn't Cyborg. But yeah, I missed the main event because I was downtown. I didn't get to see that one. I watched the one right before that one. That one was like an alright fight. But I totally missed the whole main event. And I know it was. They said it was like a good fight. That guy apparently broke his jaw. The one, he's a Trump supporter, and he always like brings he always brings Donald Jr.'s book everywhere he goes, and wears some suits and like took pictures with Donald Trump and everything too. He's like a real big Trump supporter, and then boom.
And then he got knocked out?
Yeah, well, yeah, he freaking broke his. I think they said, I don't know who I was listening to. They're like, they said that he told his trainers in the third round, he's like, I think I broke my jaw. I was like, how do you even say that if your jaw's broken?
No. He's good. Put him back out there. People paid for a fight.
Yeah, you can still talk, right? Go out there.
I can talk. I can fight.
But yeah, but that guy looked all bloody. Like, there's a whole bunch of memes of that guy. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I watched a couple of fights. It was a good one though. I liked it.
Cool.
I take it. Didn't watch it?
I didn't watch any bit of it, bro. I don't care about real fighting. Boo! I like it when they can make storylines, and even though they can like say who wins and loses, sometimes it's still crap, and a lot of it's crap. But when it's good, it's great. Trust me. All right. I'm sure MMA has natural storylines too. I just don't care.
I think they're saying I listen to all the Joe Rogan podcasts.
Of course.
A little plug right there, go check it out. But
a small podcast that needs more attention.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan Experience.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of this Joe Rogan before. He's he's up and coming for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever watched this program Fear Factor. It's a solid program.
But yeah, so apparently that guy, the cowboy guy, wants to get into pro wrestling, like. After his MMA career is done, he wants to go start doing pro wrestling.
Come on down.
Apparently they say that like that Trump stuff is just a gimmick. Like he's not actually like that, so he doesn't really care. Like he just made it up just to make himself seem relevant. So it seems like he has the acting down, and so that's what they're saying that he might want to do, just go over there and do some pro wrestling.
That's such good shit. That's such good shit. My mom asked if Rusev won. I want to kind of wait to see if Andy jumps in before we do Sweatman Slam. Thick thighs, sweaty guys. Sweaty guys, thick thighs.
Yeah.
With 2 C's.
Yes. Okay, so that was all the UFC news I knew. Basketball, I don't know any basketball.
Who cares?
They're saying might be their rebuilding year. I was like, this is the first time. I saw a thing that said this is the first time they're 35 games under 500, and that's the most ever in their past 10 seasons. The past 10 seasons they've only been under 500 28 times, and they already surpassed that just this one season. I was like,
dang, dude.
What happened to my Spurs? Not my Spurs.
Where my Spurs gone?
Where exactly?
Hold on, I'm gonna look up something real quick. You keep talking about your dang friggin' Spurs.
Hey, your mom and them are going to the Spurs and Rockets game. I know last time that they beat the Rockets, I was like, wow. I thought the Rockets were just going to kill them, but they did not. And what's his name? He's the one that they just got they traded with Kawhi Leonard. Remember, what's his name?
Yes, of course. Basketball player name.
But whatever. It was like his free throw shooting is at a 45%. I was like, oh, dang. Like,
oh, shit.
I don't know what's going on.
I looked
we
up.
need a new head coach. The head coach is trash, all right? Get him out of here.
I looked up the RGV Vipers, and they're 4-12 right now. They're 27th in the G League. Come on, Vipers! I believe in you.
Fan,
no.
Yeah, every time, just not be a fan of.
Dang it!
They would do all right.
No. Oh man, they need to start making the threes, bro. I know what I'm talking about.
Year.
No, they need to start singing those bad boys. Make all your free throws. That's why they're called free, baby boy.
Aren't you gonna go watch them this weekend? Oh no, not the Vipers. It's a college team. Never mind.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the Texas Tech beating the #1 Louisville last podcast?
No, we did not.
But if we did
I think we mentioned it. We mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that was sick, bro.
Now they're ranked. They're number 24 in the NCAA.
Yeah, that's a travesty, bro.
Mhm.
They beat one. They should become one.
That's how it works.
Yeah, until they lose, bro. That should be how it works. They absorb their rank, bro. This was called stupid. We have the power of a cardinal.
They're giving no equal powers.
Dude, all right, before this season, before I became the number one fan of the RGV Vipers, they went 34-16. Pretty good. They won the championship, by the way. I'm jumping in the bandwagon. 29-21, they finished second in the G League. 32-18, second. 29-21, second. 27-23, third. 30-20, third. 35-15, one. 24-26, fourth. 33-17, second. 34-16, one. I think that's the one I saw. That championship run. It was great. I saw some alley oops.
As soon as you became a fan, they immediately started doing worse.
They immediately tanked. Yes, correct. Like not even like as soon as I said "Go RGV Vipers," the point guard snapped his leg. Yeah.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah. So it was sad. We were all sad around the clubhouse, but we're coming back. It's a long season.
We're battling through. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
I told him, just
Vipers are we.
He was playing with that. A vicious freaking finger, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know how he was able to do that. That's Tony Romo-esque right there.
He's an Iron Man. What can we say? Like, he's just a trooper, and we praise him for his toughness and his, his moxie. The moxie on that kid. He's pretty great. And now I would love to go into the Cowboys versus the Rams, or should I say, the best game I saw all week.
The best.
So
get into it.
We're gonna get into it, but let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the coin flip.
The infamous coin flip. Okay.
So I don't know. I guess Walt Anderson must be an Eagles fan or something. Maybe he's a Rams fan. My boy Dak said we'd like to defer. And Walt Anderson was like, I guess they don't want the ball ever.
Before Nico goes on with this story, I want to say what he told me on Snapchat, okay?
No picture didn't happen.
I did not save it, sadly. But I told Nico, I was like, wait, the Rams are getting it the second half? Why? He's like, I don't know. Dak's a fucking idiot. That's why. Okay. And then as soon as the half comes back and they see that he actually did defer it, and he goes like, I never doubted him, right? That guy's smart.
First of all, hearsay. This is slander because it's libel if it's written down. Thank you, Texas government.
I would never.
But I would never say such a thing about my precious Dak Prescott, Dakota Prescott, my man, my main man. Maybe you just can't see him all the way because he's all the way up there with that elevation that definitely fooled not only Dante Fowler, who couldn't sack Dak Prescott because that baby boy is nimble on his feet, but also such a great play call that two of the Rams acted like the two stooges out there and ran into each other and left Tavon Austin wide open for the most wide open completion, I believe they said, with the next gen stats, most wide open completion this entire year, maybe in all of the NFL. Who knows? We don't have those kinds of next gen stats for the old when Johnny Unitas was out there slanging that thing. Who knows? I'm just gonna go ahead and say, most wide open ever because of that elevation.
I saw that. I was like, what is going on?
Like, why? Him and that other defensive back have just been at each other's throats all week in practice. And he's like, why? Yada.
Took it, all right.
He's like, whoa, Tavon Austin blew right past me. Boing. Just hit him.
Yeah, I saw that game. That tackling for the Rams was not good. You kept Zeke was breaking tackles, and I was like, and they were missing tackles too. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but give Todd Gurley the ball.
They definitely watched the tape of Dallas in Chicago last week, and little did they know the defense was watching the Cowboy defense instead of the offense. Like, we got to do exactly this.
Look exactly what they do.
19 missed tackles last week, 1 this week. It's insane. What did they do? They probably watched Remember the Titans or some shit. They just got everybody hyped up. They watched 300, probably. Maybe they had that go off. Oh, my leg. Oh, I'm getting a cramp. Oh. Okay. I'm getting too excited over here. I'm just going to slowly sit down. Oh, that sucked for a second. That's okay now. For you guys who are watching.
Here on
I worked out my legs earlier today, so now they just wanted to have a spasm on the podcast. But we're back. Somebody, does somebody have a voodoo doll of me? Does Carson Wentz just have a voodoo doll of me and he just started to twist my leg or something? Because I feel fine now.
And how do you feel about what's his name, Bennett, lining up always across these or something?
I think I put that somewhere in my notes. Somebody, in all caps, somebody tell Bennett where the fuck to line up.
It's like you gotta have a coach just for no Bennett, not there.
You know how they have the coach wranglers on the sidelines and make sure they don't go off too far? Bennett needs somebody on the defense, like Jalen Smith just needs to be like, just scoot back, sweetie, scoot back a smidge.
It's okay, just a little bit.
He's like, don't fucking touch me. And I hate his tiny little punter pads. He just looks ridiculous.
Look so small. Like, what are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I do it to get some speed. I was like, well, then why are you tucking it? Why does it look like you're wearing a freaking sleeveless shirt? Also, I hate it. I think it's really stupid.
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy too. But apparently, I didn't even know that they had freaking knocked out Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, they knocked out Brandon Cooks on the last play. So they scored the touchdown. I don't remember who it was to. Should have been to Robert Wood. Shout out. But it wasn't. He didn't do jack. Okay, to Cooper Kupp, my little Cooper Kupp. I was like,
that son of a bitch.
And so he got it. They kept him shut down most of the game. But, yeah, he caught it, and there was a 2-point conversion, and then one guy, possibly 2 guys, hit Brandon Cooks, and the ball bounced off of him, and they picked it off and nailed it in the end zone. But it was just a 2-point conversion. So
didn't even matter.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they knocked him out. But he walked up under his own energy. Good job.
Concussion?
Nah.
Or do you think he was just something?
Nah.
Because I feel like that guy always gets a concussion at least one game.
He probably did. Time. He's just like Billy Bob in Not Another Teen Movie. Okay. How many did he get? How many did he get this quarter?
For real. I was like, that man needs to quit football because he is too small and gets hurt way too often.
So I wrote a couple of non-bissers, and they're just in this game, so I'm going to go ahead and say them right now. I wrote this in very emotional heat of the moment. Cowboys not getting the ball in either half. Non-bisser. But this is now going, instead of going to Dak, it's going to Walt Anderson. Not hearing that Dak Prescott said, we will defer. Non-bisser. Walt Anderson.
I feel like the non-bisser should go to you.
Non-bisser.
Everyone, you should be non-bisser for not believing in your Dak Prescott.
My delicious Dak Prescott. How dare you? We got Rams secondaries running into each other. Tavon Austin wide open. TD after Dak breaks a tackle by Dante Fowler Jr. Non-bisser.
I don't have any numbers. I didn't really watch. I watched that game and a little bit of the Eagles game, but I was like, that was it. And,
yeah, the Eagles.
My Saints weren't playing, so I didn't care. Sunday was pretty boring without the Saints.
Because I think you're a closeted Cowboys fan. You're watching the Eagles, to look for the seeding. No one else cared about that matchup. The Redskins fans didn't even care about that.
It's like, whatever, bro. We don't care.
Dude, Adrian Peterson still got it a little bit.
I saw that. It was looking pretty good. I was like, dang, look at this old man. But I feel like you should retire because if you're going to stay with the Redskins, you're not going anywhere for a while. You guys aren't going to make it to the playoffs.
He said that he will return, but I think he'll probably play for a different team next season.
who's gonna want him? Who's in need of a running back? You want to go? I saw Devontae Parker also signed 3 more years with the Dolphins. I was like, why are you doing that to yourself?
Look, they got a lot of good picks. I'm pretty sure one of them's going to be a quarterback. What does he care? Like, he gets a lot of good stats in garbage time. There's no pressure on him to do much.
You don't think they want to win, bro?
Dude, why do you think they have Fitzmagic out there, bro? You think he don't want to win? Look at him.
I saw someone put a tweet out. It's like they're going to flex the Dolphins and Bengals game. Are they about to play next week or no?
I have no idea. They're not going to do that, though. That'd be super funny. And they're both playing super hard right
they
now.
do, yeah. It's Dolphins versus Bengals next week. They're like, they should flex the freaking Dolphins versus Bengals game. I was like, I don't think that's happening.
I'm just glad that they didn't flex the Cowboys-Eagles one, did they?
Let me see.
I think they're leaving that one on Fox. Maybe Fox was
Yeah,
like, you can't take that one.
Yeah, they're leaving
Good.
it there.
You're good. Oh, wait, I still hate them. I want to play at noon. What happened to the noon games?
Why do you want to play at noon?
Just because the you know what, the Cowboys are going to lose no matter what. Doesn't matter what time they play. Let me finish this all about the Cowboys. Just let me read the rest of my notes. Cowboys, and in all caps, how do you mess up the coin toss? And then it said,
you don't. That's,
yeah, haha. But I missed like the first drive after halftime because I ran to the grocery store to pick up some stuff because I had no food. So,
but I was thinking about that too. I was like, why can't they just change the rules for that? Just say, all right, well, you want to kick? All
you know
right,
what?
kick.
Like, you know what the fuck we meant? Like,
yeah, it's like, why do you have to say defer? Why does it have to be all like specific? You know, I want to fucking kick it and get it the ball to the second half, bitch. You know, just why you got to make it so I want to defer my option to kick this time and do the other. No, just kick. Why can't I just say kick?
Yeah, Avi, bro, it's Avi.
Yeah, when I was over there it was against Cal Allen, and I was a captain myself. Okay, I've been a captain. It was pretty good. And we won the coin toss, and then they're like, do you want to defer the second half? And then Hedon was like looking at us like, what are we doing? I was like, I don't fucking know, bro. We want to get the ball second half, right? Damn.
Really? They didn't tell you like to say defer?
Well, they probably told him, but they didn't tell me or anything.
Oh, okay.
Because Hedon was like the main one. Hedon and Isaiah, I think, were over there. I was just like the third guy in. I was like, all right.
Sure, yeah.
Looking at this 6'5" lineman right in front of me, not intimidating at all.
I'm gonna kick him in the nuts.
But yeah, I was like, why don't they just change it to kick? Why can't? It's okay.
We get it.
I want to kick. Yes, please.
And it says Rams out Cowboys the Cowboys. They decided not to tackle, and a game that they were favored to win, they ended up just shitting the bed and not even showing up at all.
I bet you they're looking like forward to like the next week. Like, oh, we're on a row. Like,
yeah, we're gonna beat this Cowboy team.
They should have just left Johnny Hecker in there, bro. That guy is like 1-for-1.
Slinging that thing, bro. I was like, that's definitely a fake. What was it? A fake?
That's what I was thinking also. Like, there's no way it's not a fake. Like, it's 4th and 4, like in the, was it fourth quarter?
No, it was like the third,
like
but they were still, they were still down by like 4 scores or something. So it was just like, there's no way.
And then they got the fake still either way. I was like, okay. And there's 2 guys on him.
Yeah. But, didn't matter because Hecker he's going to be starting quarterback for the Jaguars next year.
Dude, that man has an arm. He's the one who does the most fake punts. Right?
Yeah. That's him. He's sorry. Sean McVay just has a quarterback that can punt.
Okay. That's what it is.
And then
anything else about the Rams?
Elliott running like a top back. I saw him breaking tackles. Yeah. He looked like he had his X factor all game, and he was killing it. And I was just like, where the fuck was this? So, and Tony Pollard too, bro, popping some off, bro. Both of them over 100 yards, making the Rams look like the Dolphins, bro. The old Dolphins, not these good Dolphins.
I saw this one tweet or one meme, and it was like the last 3 games. Like once they lost that one, it was like, oh, fire Jason Garrett. They lost the other game, it was like, oh, still fire Jason Garrett, but also let go of what's his name, Brett Maher. Again. And it was like, that's it. I give up on the Cowboys. And then they went today like, fucking, this is their year, bitch. They're going to win. Of course.
Hey, look, what can we say? That's exactly what's going to happen. They lulled everybody into a false sense of security. Boom, punch them in the mouth. Guess what? The Eagles are going to get it next week. Speaking of Brett Maher, Kai Forbath, baby. Welcome to Dallas, baby. Never doubted you for a second.
Were you scared when
yes,
50 yard?
Immediately.
You're like, why the hell did we leave Maher? Look, this is what we needed.
No. I wasn't thinking that. If it was 60 yarder, I'd been like Maher. 40 to 50 yards or 40 to 59 yards, Maher ain't about that. He's about 39 to 0 and 60 to 1,000 yards.
Kicking a 0-yard field goal would be very hard.
Yeah.
If he's able to do that, then
but that's going to take guts, and he needs guts. He'd point himself the other way and try and curl it back in above his head. And I think he could do it. But now he's got to do it at home, doing nothing.
Anything else about your Rams?
One last thing. There's a tweet that my dad sent me. He's like, would it be the most Cowboy thing ever for them to lose to Philadelphia and then win in Week 17 while Philly loses and win the division that way? ? Yes. The answer is yes.
Depending on someone else to lose because we can't do it ourselves. It's like we just hope that the cards play to our hand. That's it.
Yep. And I was just like,
that's the Cowboy way.
I was like, if the Eagles just win, or if the Redskins just win this week and the Cowboys beat the Rams, I think we'll be Gucci, bro. We don't have to worry about. We got a couple of bye weeks.
A couple of bye. All right.
But yeah. So the Eagles have to win out, still. So.
Yeah, but I feel like both teams have to win out.
Yeah. No, I mean the Cowboys. They are. What is it? They're undefeated in the division, and they still just have to play the Eagles and the Redskins. So the Eagles have to play the Cowboys and the Giants, so that seems pretty easy too.
Either way you look at it, right?
Yeah. So
it really is going to come down to tomorrow's game, pretty much.
Tomorrow's game? Dang, dude, it's a quick turnaround.
Sunday's game.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, you never know what could happen. Look at the Falcons and 49ers. That's what is so crazy about the NFL. Literally anything can happen. You think you know what's going to happen. It's just one game. Just one game, one day, and then boom.
Yeah, what are we talking about? The Redskins are probably going to win the division.
Aren't they already out of it mathematically or no?
I think so, yeah. They're 3-10, and so are the Giants. Very consistent, this NFC East. Because both of the Cowboys and the Eagles are tied at 7-7, while the Redskins and Giants are tied at 3-10. They're like, we're gonna get the draft spot. They're like, well, we're gonna start Eli Manning against the Dolphins, getting his win, his possibly last win against the at home. Even though they said that the Giants do have another home game. So I don't know. I was like, is Daniel Jones coming back? I don't know the extent of his injury. Just let Eli finish this bad boy. Daniel Jones is the future.
It's probably his last year anyways. Yeah, this is his future.
No, he said that he's going to play next year, bro.
Eli?
He made it seem like he was going to play next year, and he doesn't want to be a backup. It's like, well, I'm sorry.
Play for the Giants. Yeah. This ain't going to be here.
They're like, well, we got some news for you.
Yeah, I saw that. So, does this pretty much mean for Lamar Jackson, he's going to win the MVP? That man is just on another level compared to anybody else.
And he's definitely winning tonight.
Lamar Jackson?
Wait, who do the Ravens play? Do they not play tonight?
What do you mean?
Who do the Saints play tonight?
Colts.
Oh, okay. So the Ravens are on. Did they win yesterday? Did they play yesterday?
They're not on a bye. They won real bad. Yes, they won.
Oh, on Thursday. On Thursday they
Yeah.
won. Sorry, forgot. I was just hoping. I was hoping the Saints played the Ravens, bro. I thought it'd be really cool.
Yeah, to see them get demolished.
Yes.
But yeah, I think Lamar's locked it down for sure. 5 touchdowns. This man is just on another level. Looking like Patrick Mahomes of last year. Looking like
Michael Vick in Madden 04. Looking like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
He beat Michael Vick's rushing record single season for QB. And today, Drew Brees might break Peyton Manning's all-time passing touchdowns record. He needs 2 to tie, I think, and then 3 to beat it.
That's crazy.
So it's plausible.
I think I just said Michael Jackson. I meant Bo Jackson, not Michael Jackson. In Tecmo Bowl. I'm not 100% sure which one I said.
What are you talking about? Michael Jackson be freaking walking all over those guys.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Never mind.
It'd be the same thing.
The same thing. Yeah, Bo Jackson, Michael Jackson, same person, pretty much.
Yeah, but so that's Ravens beat the Jets soundly. I didn't think anything different, but that was pretty much once I saw that I was like, it's locked up. Like,
yeah,
there's not even talks. Like, don't even try anymore.
Tom Brady.
No, somehow he's gonna win it still.
Yeah, somehow.
Didn't he cheat against the Bengals? No,
Shut up.
Investigation isn't over yet. So Tom Brady.
Dude, and that's crazy because Ty released the Patriots defense on a bye week, and I was just like, you fool, and I picked him up like that week that he was on a bye, and now I used him against Titus and got 19.
Wait, Tom Brady?
No, the Patriots defense, yeah.
Oh, dang.
I was like,
how does it feel to beat your 9-year-old little brother? I just want to know
pretty great.
The emotions going through you right now. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of people would be like, oh, what? You should let him win some. No, this is the real world, all right?
I let him win, all right, the regular season.
Yeah. No, I let him win. He beat me once. I beat him. I was able to take that 0 away in his loss record and give him his first loss, and then welcome to the fucking show.
Mean, bro.
No, not mean. He would do the exact same thing to me. He beat me in the Pokken tournament a bunch of times, and this is what he gets.
This is what he gets. And the Packers are surprised. Like, I didn't feel like they're a great team, but their record is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was like, wait, what? The Packers are like, what are they, 10-3? 11-3?
What are they, stupid garbage team? Probably.
I was like, what? Like, I don't know. I just remember them not being good, and I guess I don't pay attention enough. And
No,
so once I
they're
saw
good.
their record, I was like, whoa, okay, I see that. And I was
Yeah.
like, and then I wonder how Andy feels about his Titans losing to the Texans. I didn't see what happened, but I picked up Brian Tannehill. He still got me like 20 points.
It was a pretty close game. They traded interceptions at the goal line in the first quarter. Like the Texans Deshaun Watson threw a pick in the end zone, and then Ryan Tannehill threw a pick in the end zone. And I believe that Ryan Tannehill's pick was returned for a good amount of yards, almost all the way back, but somebody caught him.
Somebody got him.
And then it was. I think it was 14-14 for a while. Then the Texans went up. Ryan Tannehill got sacked, so they got out of field goal range, something like that. And the Texans ended up getting a field goal themselves. It's 24-14. Ryan Tannehill scored a touchdown. They stopped the Texans, got the ball back, and then they punted the ball, and then the Texans just ran the clock out.
And that was a game.
Oh no! And then they got it back with like 1 second, and then they got it back with a couple like 40 or like 30 seconds left, and then Ryan Tannehill got sacked, tried to spike it, and there was no time left. So yeah,
I
but
wanted Andy to be here so bad so I can talk smack to him because they're playing the Saints next weekend.
Maybe you guys can talk.
Yeah,
if you can talk smack to him next week, hopefully.
Once the Saints win.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, but dude, next Monday is gonna be like the day before Christmas Eve day.
And we have some couple Saturday games next week, which is pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Surprising to me. I didn't even know there was until you showed me. Like,
A
look.
triple header.
Okay. All right, just gonna be watching football all weekend, I guess.
Huh?
And then I was just gonna be watching football all weekend, I guess. I was like, I wasn't prepared for it, but I'm down.
Yeah, but for just an extra day.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see. And the Raiders lost their last home game over there in.
Yeah, and apparently people got violent.
Yeah, fuck this team.
They're like,
and the teammates are like, "Yeah, we're going to Vegas. I don't care, man."
yeah, they're like, and that's why we're getting out of this terrible shit town.
So what happened?
I don't know. I just saw something on I got like a Yahoo update, and it said like Raiders fans get violent after they lose their last game at the Coliseum. Like, oh, well, probably because it's also a shit stadium. Why is there also a baseball diamond here? Choose one.
Be one or the other.
Yeah, give them an ultimatum. They gave them an ultimatum. It's us or them. They're like, well, they make the playoffs, so they're like, all right, well, we're gonna go to Vegas. It's gonna be we're going to Vegas. We're gonna have our own stadium with blackjack and hookers.
And that time it's not a lie.
No, they're doing it. And sports betting's real, bitch.
Strip club everywhere, little blackjack. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
Then we freaking playing slots on the field.
Yeah.
While the defense is on break, they're gonna go put a few dollars in the little slot machine. Right?
Halftime. Dude, imagine if they had that though, like in the stadium, like next to the concessions. They're like, all right, our ATM, we have an ATM here, but also some slots.
No way that they're not gonna have any gambling stuff in that stadium. For sure, there's gonna be something.
Is that a prediction right there? Is what you're gonna say?
That's 100%. 100. It's not even a prediction. It's a fact.
It's a guarantee.
Dude.
All right,
For
there you
sure.
go.
100%.
Anything else you can think of about the NFL this week?
No, the Falcons beat them at the last minute, the last second,
that was pretty
actually.
cool.
Like, literally the last second. And it took forever for them to review it because they just wanted to be sure, like, fuck, the 49ers could actually lose this game. Are we for sure he got in? And, yep, he did. And they beat him.
I also, that was a pretty cool game. I watched the highlights. Also, I showed Gabby the replacements with Keanu because there's the Keanu-sance going on right now, and everyone's just loving Keanu. I was just like, well, I loved him before all of you. 1, because of The Matrix. 2, Speed. 3, Bill and Ted. 4th, The Replacements. It's a great movie.
You love him, okay?
Yeah. Are you watching Keanu? I love you.
I watched a John Wick, okay?
John
Wick in my time.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. And everyone's like, oh, we watch John Wick. They're like, oh, this guy's really cool. Yeah, I knew that. We all knew that already. You guys should have been born in the 90s, idiots. But yeah, I showed her the replacements. And then it's a great movie, but some of it's a little dated. And by some of it's a little dated, I mean one line that's used twice in the movie is a little dated. And Gabby looked at me both times because Gene Hackman, the head coach, tells Keanu Reeves, like, well, that's why girls don't play the game. Gabby looks at me like, you showing me this fucking movie? You sexist pig. And then,
do they play? I was just wondering.
They do. In some teams, I'm sure. And then they say it again later on, and that he's just like, oh, it's too rough out there. He's like, yeah, that's why girls don't play the game. I was like, the PC version of that would be like in wrestling where they say it's not ballet. And so, like, I feel like that kind of makes sense. And people are like, well, actually, ballet is really hard. And so, blah, 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 and according to the encyclopedia. Yeah. So
I don't like any of that.
Nah, I just think it's like, yeah, we know, but someone has to get made fun of sometimes, okay? Like, if we want to be all politically correct and stuff like that, that's great. I think we should. Words mean something. But also, we have to know how to respond when somebody makes fun of us.
And
or else,
like, just a joke. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not like.
It's not like why girls play the game.
Exactly.
Somebody said, "How about them Ravens? They're really good. They're probably going to the ship."
MVP leader Lamar Jackson doing his thing out there on the field against them Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. And Mark Ingram, oh God, I still wish the Saints had him. He still looks really good.
Looks like the Jets are still a bunch of pieces of garbage.
Just put them against the Cowboys again. That would look great.
Yeah, I don't know what happened that time. I don't even remember that. That was years ago, probably.
That was this year? I don't even think it was.
No, I don't even think. The Jets still play football in the league? I don't even remember. Sam Darnold's still playing? I thought he was already in the Hall of Fame.
But yeah, that was pretty much it that I had from the NFL. Other than Terrell Suggs getting claimed by so many people. I heard that he said also, he's like, if I don't get picked up by the Ravens, then I'm not going to go show up to practice.
Nice.
All right. Cool. People are still going to pick you up because they don't want you on the Ravens. They're already a hard enough team to beat, you know? So
maybe that's it. Maybe that's why.
And then the Saints picked up Janoris Jenkins. So now they have two Giants old cornerbacks.
Oh, the other ones worked out so well, I bet.
He is not. He's the one that gets burned a lot. But,
All right, so you want to end it with sweaty guys, thick thighs?
sweaty guy, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, sweaty guys, thick thighs, and then we're getting out of here. So I guess we got to predict the game tonight. Saints versus who again?
Saints. 100% Saints. It doesn't matter who the other team is because it's the Saints. Every time it's the Saints. I don't care what team they're playing against.
I'm going to say Colts for fun.
You're going to say the Colts for fun?
Do you think he was a better running back? Who are we talking about?
Probably Ingram,
Oh.
I'm guessing. I feel like he would fit that system good because they had already Alvin Kamara doing what he needed for like the passing game and all that, and Mark Ingram was there just a power back, and I feel like he is a good power back.
Yeah. And hopefully Alvin Kamara doesn't score more than 50 points. All right, so let's move on. Sweaty guys, thick thighs. Boom. Got 5 minutes. Hold on, let me get to my TLC notes. TLC was this Sunday. I retained my New World Wrestling Championship. And let me tell you something else, brother. That guy Eddie can't hold a candle to all the good predictions I got going on for me, brother. No, it was pretty close, though. Kabuki Warriors versus Becky and Charlotte Flair. They ended the show, and Kairi Sane got a concussion.
I saw that. I was like, oh, no, what did you guys do to her? But, I mean, it's wrestling in a tables, ladders, and chair match. I mean, all right. I guess it's going to happen, but I didn't get to watch it. I feel bad for her. I'm going to go see her later on, make sure she's all right.
Yeah, it was, you could tell it was a sloppy pay-per-view all around, basically. Like, I know Simon Miller talked about how the first half was pretty good and the last half was just kind of bad. No, it's just all kind of, everything just went on too long, it seemed. Yeah, like everything.
So out of all that matches and everything, which one was your favorite one?
Probably, maybe, I want to say the Bray Wyatt versus The Miz, but it was still just kind of weird too. Like, I felt like that went on too long also. I wanted to be New Day versus Revival, but I felt like they were messing up too, and like stuff wasn't breaking when it was supposed to. And there was a couple of like there was a lot of good, like there was a lot of good spots, but like it wasn't anything where I was like, oh hell yeah, like there was nothing wrong with that. Like every cool move, there was like something a little bit wrong with it. So,
and what about Daniel Bryan returning as the Red Dragon?
Yeah, the American Dragon. Okay,
American Dragon.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. It's just like I was kind of hoping that he would come back as like Wyatt's like minion or something like that, and then he would come back as the American Dragon later, because like
betray him later on.
Yeah.
Pulls through.
Yeah, because like he was teasing that he was going to be like the Daniel Bryan again, and then he got taken and just be like, oh, like we almost had him, and then kind of like prolong it a little longer, and so have him be like how he was with a member of the Wyatt family, even though that was just like a week, have it be like for a couple pay-per-views and stuff like that, and then maybe like at WrestleMania, you can do it before that, maybe at like the Rumble, he like betrays him and he becomes American Dragon Daniel Bryan.
Imagine seeing that, Daniel Bryan like beating up on some guy with Bray Wyatt. And then you just see him like raise his hands just a little to start the yes chant. Everyone starts to yes. Bray Wyatt turns around and boom, Daniel Bryan just goes right after him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would have been cool. Yep.
And that's exactly what happened. Like when he was with the Wyatt family, like he was telling him to get down. So like let Bray do the Sister Abigail to him. And then he was just like, he was like contemplating it and he was going to do it. And then he gets out and then everyone's just like, yes. And then he goes nuts, dude. And that's like that's when the yes movement was like occupying Raw and stuff like that. And they had to like maybe put him in the main event and stuff like that. So
because like they were going to sort of riot if that guy was not in.
Yeah, they booed Rey Mysterio because he wasn't Daniel Bryan.
It's not his fault. Okay?
Yeah, like that just shows you like a babyface like Rey gets booed because of how much they wanted this one guy.
How over Daniel Bryan was. Yeah. Exactly.
So Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black, pretty good stuff. Really stiff shots. Felt like an NXT match. Really liked it. New Day versus the Revival. It was good, but it could have been better. It felt like it was a little sloppy. Kabuki Warriors versus Becky and Charlotte, super sloppy, but they're also doing everything on the fly. And obviously Kairi Sane was hurt. Bobby Lashley versus Rusev, they botched the ending. Like it was
Oh yeah,
supposed.
because I heard about that the table was supposed to break, but it didn't. So then you had to do something else.
So
like,
he just power bombed him into the next table, and but I got that one right. I said Lashley would win because they've invested way too much time just to end it right there. Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns. I picked Roman because I was like, we already have sympathy for him. What are you trying to prove now? Like you're just prolonging this just to prolong this.
He has no friends. Okay?
Yeah, that's all it was.
To help him.
Yeah, nobody wanted to help him, but then everyone was fighting at the end to kind of take the wind out of the sails for the main event. So that was super weird. Viking Raiders versus mystery opponents who weren't that much of a mystery since they like fight each other on every Raw. It was just the OC, and then nobody won. It was double count out. Cool, that's cool. Let's just have nobody win. That's cool. It's not.
We always love that, right?
But like the OC was funny. They came out and they're like, "Well, you guys don't have a big freaking trophy. We do." So,
I heard about that. I haven't seen the trophy, but
yeah, it was really funny. They're just like, "We got a trophy. You don't got a trophy."
I feel like that's you with your belt right there. But
yeah, I'm the best. Oh, there it goes. I got the belt. That was the sweaty guys, thick thighs. I'm not super excited for this Raw or Monday Night Football. I'm gonna go watch Jumanji.
How dare you?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be stupid.
It's the Saints.
Exactly, the Aints. Boo! Go Cowboys! Boo every other team! Yeah, it's gonna be super funny when the Cowboys beat some other team at home in the playoffs, baby.
I don't believe that for a second.
Woo!
Not for a second.
Woo! Heck yeah, boy. We're going to take the whole day. We're going to win it. We're going to shove it down the road. Zeke's going to run all over him. Woo!
All right. Whatever you
Super Bowl bound, baby. Cowboy. Hell yeah. This is our year. This is it.
Puro pinche cowboy.
Woo! All day, every todo dia. That's a B in Spanish, folks. All right. Well, do you have anything else to say before we end the P-cast?
Nope, other than saying something about to whoop that ass right now.
That sounds a little too hot. All right. Well, speaking of too hot, no, we're out of the thick guys, sweaty guys, but that TLC match got way too hot. The Kabuki Warriors tied up Becky Lynch to a ladder. I'm like, it's that kind of match. It was getting way too hot.
Gab, you're trying to wait. Gab, stop.
Gab, no, look. don't judge me.
All right.
Oh, that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening and all that cool stuff. Justin, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at NewWorld_Gamer.
All right. We're at Ballin' Boys and at New World Nerds on Twitter. You boys, thank you for joining us for the talk and what's going on in sports ball this week. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on SoundCloud at Ballin' with the Boys. We very much appreciate that. Like, comment, subscribe to all the cool stuff. And never stop balling out there, baby boys.